Okay, we're good. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday so far. Uh, not much going on. 'Tis the weekend here. Obviously. Not been up terribly much. Worked on sock a little bit. Both my sock and also Tiny sock. Tiny sock is almost done. I think I'm not terribly far from the toe at this point. I can check that with the tape measure. Oh, also the thing I was waiting for in the mail showed up like after 6, so I have that to show you probably at a later point during the stream, but other than that, not terribly much. How are you guys? I hope you're well, and get started. Which you can see, a lot more sock than when we started with yesterday. We were literally midway in the heel, and then I was like, this morning I was like, I should finish doing that and get past that point, which did. So I'm gonna measure. I need like inch and a half for the toe. I'm trying to get to about 3.5, so I probably have like a good 5 or 6 rounds to get to before I get to that point. So should not take me that long. And also, I believe it's this side, so the sole of the foot being the start of round, given that's where I put the heel. Oh yeah, if you sit down and do them, tiny socks go fast. I was listening to podcasts while doing this bit. Hello, what are you doing? Really? Alright, let's shift that a little bit. I think I need to move a thing or two. Give me a second. I'm just gonna shift this because this is not as steady as I would like it, so I'm just gonna shift a little thing here. Hopefully that did not shake this laptop terribly much. I just want to make sure this stays where it's supposed to, which even at its best, it's gonna shift a little bit, but I'd rather make sure that, you know, not completely unstable. And then I'll have to keep readjusting every 5 seconds, because, you know, no one wants to see that. Also, I'm wondering if I should make a small donut toy thing while I'm at it. Given I'm already making the keychain, so it already makes sense to go with the tiny socks. Also, I think I have to check on something already. So I will be right back right after I finish this thing. It should take me just a second. There you go. Alright. Awesome. I wonder if I need to wipe this thing off. Feels a little bit fuzzy. But anyway, I'll be right back. Where am I? Here we are. Had to go deal with that a little bit. Nothing pressing, but I figured just deal with that now. Also, given I hear the machine going, there might be a laundry interruption as well, so that'll be a thing later. How many rounds did I say I was gonna do? I think 5 or 6 of them, I believe. Yeah, about 5 or 6. I only have another ½ inch to go through. Hey Caledon, how's it going? Hopefully your Saturday is going well so far. I'm here working further on the tiny socket and with it. Sneeze. About that. Ugh. I felt that one coming. Although I should, yeah, under here is a little bit. I always forget when washing my hands under there will get a tiny bit of moisture. Nothing to write home about. Tiny bit that it's noticeable. Break things I paid for. Yeah, I know that feeling. You buy a thing and then it's just like, there goes money, now in flames. That sucks. But I'm glad it's definitely nothing major. But I imagine it also means you have to go and rebuy said things. Which is never fun. Oops. Really need to stop splitting that stitch. Thought would be great. Do hope it's not a ton of stuff either that you broke. Because again, certainly not more too expensive. Okay, only there. Okay. Than what would have normally. Okay. Yeah, that isn't bad at all. It's still certainly annoying. You have to go and buy it again. That's certainly good. That's something you know that you can replace. Thing for earbuds. Ah, okay. Hey, Jane. How goes? I swear you just resubbed. Where's your sub badge? The hell? That's weird. I mean, unless you canceled, which that is totally fine. I'm just confused because I'm like, I swear you just resubbed. Figure out how to modify the thing. Yay! I was thinking going back to looking at that, even though I don't have, you know, the premium account for Skillshare, because, you know, that'd be money. I mean, yes, if other people happen to use the Skillshare link thing, I think I get like 3 months for every time someone uses it. I'm not sure if that's still a thing or not, but oh yeah, Jane, hopefully your Saturday is going well so far. Alright, I don't think it's there yet. I can check, but I don't think it's to 3.5 yet. Because then we'll start decreasing. Which that part's pretty much easy. Oh, actually, we are almost there. I think like one more round? It's $20 nope. I just kidding. That is fair. Creativity honestly does not work on a schedule. It does when it feels like, so that completely makes sense to me. Come on. Oh, so I realized I didn't open the other thing for the stream points. Because I have to get used to opening that now. Alright, so yeah, I can have that open, and so I don't miss the thing. That's the only way I could see if someone's thrown off a thing. I'm trying to do bits of painting here and there, like I'm probably gonna do a couple more, you know, like small postcard type things. You know, those things with watercolor tend to stick into some packages and stuff. Probably gonna see about doing a couple of those. Alright. Let's see. Maybe one more, I suspect, but it's honestly fine either way. As long as it's just about there. Not gonna kill me to be a tiny bit off. Says she agonizes over it anyway. Okay, yeah, fine. Close enough. Alright, so let me start decreasing. Although, let's shift that back a little. There, that's better. Yeah, creativity just comes and goes. especially if you're trying to do other things, it sometimes I feel like comes at the worst time, arguably, where it's like, hey, you should be doing this thing, but it's like, I kind of want to do other things. And then when you have time, it's just like nothing's there. Ah, come on. Please don't do that. There we go. Oh, I was about to do the wrong thing. I don't know why, even though I know the sizes are not that drastically different, these socks feel different than the other ones I was making for some reason. Also, I watched a small bit of the Olympics. I was watching the men's qualifying for gymnastics last night. Well, I only watched the first session. The thing is, you know, it's gonna start at 9 o'clock at night because, you know, it's 9 a.m. over there. And basically, it goes on for like 3 sessions. I believe it's probably 3 for the women too, as of tonight. So basically this part pretty much decides, like, you know, who gets into the all the finals. So the team and the individual all around, and then all the apparatuses, which for the guys it's 6 and the women it's 4 of them. Although both the men and women have 2 apparatus that are the same, so vault and floor. And decrease. Oh, so it's kind of annoying I have to sign in with my, you know, my provider, my cable provider, when trying to just watch the stuff on my tablet, because, like, it's free for a half hour, and they're like, hey, here, give me this cable provider, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? I just watched the thing. You just leave me alone? No? Alright. The qualifyings, they usually don't show on TV, because I think they have, like, I'm not sure if they have access, but I'm not sure. Or if it's just, you know, NBC monopolized. I was catching up on... Yeah, I have to watch the other 2, because there's 3... It's 3 parts on there. And I've seen blips where it's like... Where I found a... That works too. Honestly, it's annoying. I sometimes like to wait until I can watch it on YouTube just to make my life easier. Also, let let me make sure. No, that's not the thing I want. Okay, do not disturb is on. Awesome. So the watch will not buzz at me about phone calls that I don't care about. Or emails. Awesome. Also, to be honest, I almost forgot that, you know, the Olympics were starting. It wasn't until, like, Wednesday, and I was just like, wait a minute, let me check the schedule. I forgot this was happening. Like, completely was just like, whoosh. You know, it's like almost a month between when the Olympic trials, at least for a month or more, depending on which trials that you watch, you know, for which sport. You know, it's diving, gymnastics, damn it, what are the other sports? Probably there's archery. I believe there's still archery and so on and so forth. But yes, given a lot happens in a month, it makes sense. Although I still kind of feel like it was a bad idea to host it this year. But I think because they probably had to host it like before the next winter Olympics. If they're still holding that next year, I have no goddamn clue. Given everything. Although I do feel a tiny bit bad that, you know, this is kind of a money pit for Japan, but can't help them there. Plus, they still probably have more money than me, so yeah. Also, I should have looked for my hook before I got started. But I forgot my hook for Subsquares, because I was just like, might as well do some Subsquares while I'm at it today. At least a couple. Especially given we've had some resubs, so let's probably put the number back to where it was before I started working on them. So that's a thing. Uh-oh. Did I? I think I did. Yeah. Well, given it's a small amount, I can fix it. I think I decreased back here when I was not... At least I don't think. 5, 10, 14. 5, 10. Okay, no. I thought I decreased when I wasn't supposed to. It's fine. It's fine. Do-do-do-do-do. Come on. There we go. but the camera feels a tiny bit off to me. Oh, that could just be the color. I don't know. Although the color looks mostly alright. But it just slightly bugs me, like maybe it's not focused enough. I don't know. Oops. That's a split. Nope. I forget how far down I'm supposed to decrease to. I think like about not 6, 8 stitches on each needle. Something like that. I'm probably gonna have to check the pattern. Come on. Uh-oh. There we go. To split. Yeah, it's probably better I wait. Pause here and check. Oops. No, don't do that. Where is my pattern, please? And okay, so oh yeah, 8 stitches per needle. I was right. Okay. Alright. And I now have about 12. Yeah, so about 2 more decreased rounds left, and then I'll retime the Kitchener. Come on. Oops. Hello! Afternoon to ya. My brain is trying to think time zone. It's like, is it your afternoon yet? Yeah, it should be. I think. Hope you're doing well. The getting some kinda sucks. Lighting, i.e. outside, is being slightly unhelpful. But hopefully still visible. Yes. Okay, no, you're in my time zone. Awesome. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking you were like at least an hour back from me. Although I could be confusing you with Rogue. She's an hour behind me time zone wise. So that would make sense. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I am just here. Working on tiny socks for a friend's tiny human. Which I'm near the end of this sock and probably will just cast on the second sock. Picture frame. No, they are not. Also, if you don't mind me asking, what do you need a picture frame for? I'm curious. On allergy meds. Yeah. Allergy meds can make you a bit fuzzy. Well, depending on the meds. I know some of them can make you drowsy and fuzzy. Oh. You did! That's what I was asking you before. And I was like, I hope I'm not calling you out by saying this. I was like, wait, you subbed 3 days ago. And I'm looking at it here right on the activity feed. And now you don't have a badge, so, you might want to check out the subscriber thing. Unless... Twitch, why are you being stupid? Thank you for the resub, even though you should have been... okay. So it didn't log because you didn't click the button. Okay. That's stupid. So I'll have to go check my... Okay. Twitch, what are you doing? Please explain. Not that you'd be very great at explaining anything. Okay, decrease. Okay, decrease. Ooh, sub is... Yeah. Although, depending on where... You think... Yeah, allergy meds are a pain in that department. I remember one time I had allergy meds from, like, the dollar store, and... I thought I was just tired, and I was like, oh, it's the allergy meds making me feel this foggy. Great. Alright. I really do wish it was standard that, you know, you would not have allergy medicine that would make you feel like you can't do anything. Except take a nap. Also... Okay, so... Hope the nap was helpful. Also, naps are good. Well, I'm terrible. I cannot do naps. Usually. Once I'm up until, you know, it's time for bed person. Unless I'm sick. That's usually the only time where it's like, I feel naps are warranted. Also, Jane, do you get emails about when you sub to somebody? Or when a sub expires? Which I have it that way, so it's like, if I sub to somebody, I usually should get an email within, you know, the day to be like, hey, you subbed to so-and-so for a month. I like to not have it, like, automatically charged to my card. Encoding overload. Thank you, OBS. No one asked you. Yeah, but I don't read them. There. They should be able to check via that way when it happened, just to make sure they didn't double charge you. That's what yeah, I've never auto-renewed, so... You can what? Fair. Alright. But that is... And one other. Noted. And I appreciate you. As I tell you guys, you totally do not have to sub here. But these... Yeah, no. You think $5 is not a ton, and then it's just like, oh, we have nearly $20 out of subs. Which is why I appreciate that gifting subs is a thing. Of like people who are more financially capable of doing so can be like, hey. Here's the thing. Also, let me go grab one of my needles so I can do this. There you go. Yeah, most of my subs are gifted subs, so... Very much love that that's a thing. Oh, KB, I'm not sure if you're here, but I do have Twitch channel points now. Which, not that you have to go and do anything, I just want to let you know that that's a thing. Which I might add a couple of more things there. We will see. I do, yeah. I like almost never do Prime unless like I forget to cancel my Prime subscription, which I almost did. And it was like processing, and I'm like, no, we will not be doing that, thank you. I think I saw that, and I love that. Where they have options to possibly, you know, interact with the pet. Or at least give the pet some pets. I always find that so adorable. Alright, and... Also, given the amount you kind of have to pay for a month, I realize you should... Not realize, I feel like... There we go. You should be able to get more than one, you know, free Twitch sub. But I imagine... Amazon is probably like, you'd lose way too much money doing that. Not that they don't get a ton. Oops, come on. How about we you? Keep you there. And... Okay, why is this all sliding in my hand all of a sudden? Used to not be like that. Hey, Uncreative! How you doing? Makes more than it. Yeah, they indeed do. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far in Creative. I'm here just Kitchenering this very tiny sock here for our friend's tiny human. Which I owe him some socks, because I promised them some socks, so I kind of need to get a move on that. Alright, and oops, I pulled that off. That's great. How about you get back on the needle? And everything will be fine. There we go. And okay, so let me go like this. Also, I think I'm wandering a little bit out of frame, so I'm just gonna move this camera down just a tiny bit. It's better. Alright, we are almost there. And then I'll cast on the second sock to this pair. That or I could also start doing one of those Pexi puffs. I've kind of decided I kind of want to do that as a thing, even though, you know, those are way more of a long-term thing. Which also, I could probably add that on as a thing. Now that I think about it. Yeah, that's a thing I've had sitting around for like a couple years. I'm like, should I do this? I literally have like, say, half a pound of stuffing hanging out in my closet, so that's certainly not stopping me. It's just more of the fact that it's very much one of those, it's probably gonna take me a year to finish the whole thing, but I don't mind. Although, it might be less than a year because I don't think I'll make it like, you know, a queen size or something. More like, say, for me, so not as large, but certainly not a small thing either. It should be fun. Took 3. Jeez. Plus, I think it depends on like what size. Have as a yeah. That makes sense. Plus, I feel like 5 feet, but okay, that makes sense. I presume you went with like sock size yarn, which is what I'm thinking about doing because I have enough, you know, sock yarn scraps that I could easily do that. Alright, and let's not pull out. Uh-oh. Is that? Oh no. Oh well, it should be fine. Maybe. Oh no, I was right. I do have enough. I was like, wait, did I miss a stitch somewhere? Nope, we're good. I would have panicked if I'd forgotten to do a stitch. Well, that'd probably be somewhat fixable. Also, why are you off my needles? Putting all my size 1 weight ears. Ooh. That would be a fun thing. Nope, and that split. Why are we like this? There. Let's see if I can get you to do the thing. Let me, I put it back, didn't I? Oh. I have not done the fiber advent calendars, but they look like a lot of fun, but it's like one of those, I can't really justify that, can I? Nope, I cannot. Almost there. Let's see. Do this one like so. And then, oh, for fuck's sake. Why do you keep coming off? I'd really like if you'd stop doing that. Bobby, show all the pictures when you get that, because that sounds like really, really fun. I can imagine. I remember you mentioning this about a couple weeks ago, if I am not mistaken. Okay, why are we doing this? I would like it if you would not split. So I could string this onto the needle and be done with this goddamn sock, please. Also, this is one of those things where it's like, this is reminding me I have sock I need to finish my. I've seen some boxes and yeah. Basically the same. Although I imagine there would be like some hopefully less expensive versions that will allow you to try different breeds. Yeah, that feels like a US thing. Totally. Also, we have a sock. We have a sock. Alright, so let me cast on. Oh, never mind. I have break, although I could probably cast on the stitches. That just turned the hour mark, so that works out. It's a good thing I was working on this earlier. I did most of the foot knitting this morning while I was sitting around. So 36 stitches, 18. Alright, so 18 each side. Actually, no, I might need a little bit more. I personally rather too much tail than not enough. Two things. Definitely a good idea. Glad to see you, KB. Good luck with doing the stuff, and hopefully allergies stop being a pain. Alright, how many is? Right, yeah, I can imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, that's what I thought. I usually tend to do that. I kind of prefer having a little bit extra so I can just pull this. And just continue to cast on like so. Which again, this is probably the only time I'd honestly even entertain a 9-inch, even though, you know, my hands would likely hate me if I did 9-inch circulars or anything. There's honestly not enough real estate for my hands to grip onto. Which is a shame, but meh. And I don't think that's 18 yet, but let me double check. 5, 10, 15, 16. Yeah, this is a long tail, but it's fine. It's fine. I can always cut it. Alright, and 5, 10, 15, yeah, 18. Alright, and let's make this tail a wee bit shorter. I would recast on, but I don't feel like it, and much simpler, I could just cut off. This feels like maybe 4 inches. Alright, so leave this cast on bit there, and I'm gonna go take my break. Be back in about the usual 5 to 10 minutes. Gonna get up and stretch and hopefully remember to have water. Which, remember you guys, can actually do the hydrate command right there. Not command. Hydrate thing. With the... I keep wanting to say stream points, but I mean channel points. There we go, with the channel points. Yeah, I'll be back. You can play the Plinko game right here and I'll be right back. Alright, so break time over. I should have mentioned, basically that thing has like a 60-second cooldown period before it refreshes again, although mods can refresh it themselves, so that's a thing. Let's see, so before I get started on more of second stock for a bit, I just want to show you the thing I was waiting on in the mail for yesterday, which I would have just gone with the face cam, but it was like easier to just have this here. I got some, well, I won some keychains from Devi Cat, that she had shop opening thing. And I was like, oh, let me go buy a keychain, which specifically it was this one I grabbed, which I love it. It's really, really cute. One of my favorite things ever. This is the console, which I'm not sure if you guys can tell. It has sparkling on there. I'm not sure if you can tell. Okay, you can kind of see. I'd probably need a light, but it sparkles, trust me. And it's really, really cute. I'd bought this one And then I was like, someone was like, hey, you should have like a giveaway of doing all 3 of them, because these were all 3 that were available. And I was like, let me go enter. It probably won't win. I mean, I used all my currency in the channel, and then I won. And I was just like, okay. And I realized I kind of feel bad if I had 2 of the console, because everyone wanted the console. So basically, like, you know what? Let me just give the console that I bought to somebody else. And it's just like, so basically, it's the console one, which is my favorite, the cat butt. And I think this is for her 5th anniversary. Yeah, Debbie Cat's 5th anniversary, which is why it has the party hat and the cupcake. Because not last month, I think earlier this month, it was her 5th partner anniversary, if I am not mistaken, something like that. So out of all of these, I'm like the least fond of this one. So this one is going to a friend, which this is the proper side because you can see the sparkles on the front here, and on the other side is plain, but it's the same image on both sides, just one side's not sparkly and one side is. But yeah, this one's going to be going to a friend. I say friend more than that, but I will not get the details on that here. But yeah, so basically keychains and got this little bit of stationery where Debbie wrote a thing, which she said I was very lucky. Which, yes, I was very lucky. And also another sticker, which I forgot if you guys know this, but what is this? Okay, this is Red Bubble sticker. Sticker mule sticker. Sticker mule sticker. Red Bubble sticker. This one, which I have one of these already on my laptop. From all the recent Debbie stuff, I have like 10, 11 stickers. I've literally already put 2 on my computer. Like, it's hilarious. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one has a thing on there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're back to 10. I have 10 stickers now. And also, I saw that blip. OBS, no losing your mind, thank you. So yeah, I have 10 stickers, and I have no idea what the heck I'm gonna be putting on them. Hello! I am terrible. I have heard Debbie Cat say your name before. My brain's not parsing how to... Golga? Golga? I believe that's how you say it. Hi! I hope you're doing well. And how's your Saturday been so far? For any of you guys who don't know, Golga, which, please correct me if I'm saying it incorrectly, is a professional, teddy bear maker? Yes, right. Woohoo! Okay, awesome. I just want to make sure, because I try not to butcher people's names. Doesn't always work out, so I prefer people to tell me if I'm saying it wrong. But, yeah, so, professional teddy bear maker, I briefly peeked into one of her streams semi-recently, and it looks like so much fun, which if you want to go and check her out sometimes, you can definitely go and head over here. There you go. And it certainly seems like a fun chill time. I hope you're well. Hi. I was just blabbing about Debbie Cat stuff. I had gotten keychains in the mail yesterday, and I wanted to show everybody, which they are so stinking cute. I think I'm like the first person to get them, because they cleared customs so quickly. So now that that's done, which I will probably stare at these more later, I'm gonna get onto second stock of this pair, which I'm making tiny human. I saw the candy cane. I figured. I saw Debbie Cat both tweeted out on Twitter and put a story on Instagram, and I was just like, because I honestly was not expecting to get them until next week. But it's just that it worked out a lot better than I expected, so it works. But I do appreciate you popping in here. To give you the spiel, Serena Variety Caster of way too many things. Those things being knitting, crocheting, spinning, weaving, which I did a tiny bit of weaving yesterday, so that's a thing. Also, there's chainmail, which is what this ring is, what I'm wearing is. Digital traditional art, which art day for the week is Wednesdays, which I really do need to think of a name to call that. Also, games sometimes, which it's been a little while since I've played a game. I should do that at some point. Which, I do enjoy Stardew Valley. But also there are times where it's just like, I'll just sit here and be a sucker for words on stream because I like that way too much. Like, it's bad. A lot of cozy. Indeed. Plus, I just like having options, pretty much. Very hard to not have a bunch of different stuff going on at once, which I do. Which can sometimes be overwhelming, but other times it's just like, if I want to switch from one thing to another, it's very helpful. Oh, also, that reminds me, given I'm staring at the yarn right over there, the BFL is almost dry. I'm probably gonna wait till tomorrow to make sure it is pretty good and dry so I can hang that and take pictures. Which, that I'm referring to the spinning part, because I had spun some BFL, 100% BFL, Blueface Lester, that Jane Wayne had gifted me for my birthday last year. Which with that means I basically have all my TDF yarn plied and hanked now. Because I didn't do terribly much. I knew I wasn't going to be terribly fast with the spinning and plying. So I figured 2 braids pretty much should be good enough for the entirety of TDF. Which is Tour de Fleece, casual floof spinning competition. Although for some people not a competition because they did the cheerleading, which that is totally cool too. Either way, you end up with more stuff than you started with, so it works out in the end. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit of ribbing on the second sock and then probably switch over to doing Subsquares, because I need to do those. Unfortunately, they can't crochet themselves. Okay, did I? Okay. Oh, also, are those... I imagine those are your emotes, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Okay. Oh, they're all teddy bears, which is very, very fitting and very, very cute. Oh, that's your fit one. Oh. Did you do those yourself? If you mind me asking. Alright. Or did you get someone else to do them? Nice. They are very, very cute. They remind me kind of the panda ones. You know, the panda with the juice box? I forget which channel that is, which I wish one of these days I'd eventually get a sub. I like to make a few slots for. Yeah! My tier 3 slot is currently open, but it's one of those I haven't bothered to put anything in there now, but that's mainly just because I know tier 3 is a lot of money, and I certainly don't want anybody to be like, feel obligated to sub that level. My only thing is... okay, yeah, I have... What is it now? 4 for the tier 1? I'm hoping maybe this year. Although, I have a feeling it might not be likely that I possibly unlock the last tier 1 spot, but we will see. Given it's nearly end of July, but... I'm hoping maybe, possibly, you can get that done, but again, never required. Just enjoy everybody hanging out with me and chatting this. They should. I think, for us affiliates, that's not gonna happen till, like, later on in the year, like the animated emotes. That's probably gonna be, I imagine, closer to December. Which also, that reminds me, I still have the emote for the 500k. Because I know there's like at least 1 or 2 people have shared 5,000k bits, which kind of blew. I know some... Really? Already? I guess they're like slowly rolling them out, or maybe they're like a beta testing them. Maybe. I had no idea some affiliates had them already. Huh. I guess I better keep an eye out for that. They may make that is also possible, yeah, like slowly roll it out. Until everybody gets them, which I hope this means Twitch won't break once that's implemented. Because you know whenever Twitch implements like new features, it's more liable things will start to get wonky because other bits in the code will get broken. Although, I feel like that's more of a thing with coding in general. When you try to tweak other things break, so... Can't really blame Twitch for that, but... I can and I will. Plus, it helps that, you know, gotta go. No worries. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Also, thank you for that follow. Hopefully, I will see you around. Have a great rest of your day. Doop, 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 doop. Alright. I think it's like 5 or 6 rounds that I have for rubbing on this sock leg. Come on. Oh, okay. I was like, did I do that the wrong stitch? I did not, because I would be annoyed. So I think after this round of ribbing, since I know ribbing is not exactly the most exciting thing in the world, I'm gonna go check my sub book and see what colors of Subsquares I can get working on. Just so I can get a couple more done today. And whittle down the backlog. I don't have having backlog. Although I also think I might get rid of that orange on there. Like, and possibly like sell that just because I kind of don't want to use that orange. Also, I need to detangle that from the rest of the yarn as my main course of action right now. Yeah. Not fond of that orange, because that is Karen Simply Soft, and it splits like hell. I hate it. It was a bad decision when I bought that like 4 or 5 years ago now. I was like, yeah, I'll just use this quickly. I did not. Alright, so we're almost there. Probably just gonna work on the sock off stream tomorrow and see about getting it done. By next week, I'll probably be doing another pair. Also, I really should look to see if I could find that other small sock. I don't see it anywhere, and it's driving me nuts. More than likely, if it's not in the car, I probably dropped it somewhere in my travels back here, back in June, which is what I suspect. Alright. So, yeah, it's probably another 2 or 3 rounds of ribbing, and then it'll be, you know, the usual stocking it and whatever. So, let me these over here. Open my sub book here. Alright. I think I have grape swirl. Let me check. Okay, I have that checked off. So I know I don't have a ton of it left is my issue. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know this is definitely should be it. I don't have a ton left. Maybe 1 or 2 squares worth of it left, I suspect. But that mostly depends on my tension. Let's see. There's like 1, 2. There's a couple of purples, but I don't think anybody else has specifically. Okay. Actually, both of them are from you. So, let's see. Although one of me say grape swirl / purple, and I know I have an alternate purple hanging about here. So, I can deal with that. That's cool. Alright, so let me get to starting a subsquare, which I'll probably knock out about 4 of these by the end of stream. which I do not have terribly much of this yarn left. This is Premier Yarn, Sweet Roll, and Grape Swirl. Which I do like this yarn, but I remember it being a wee bit pricey. If memory serves me correct. For anybody who is not familiar, Subsquares are basically a small little thank you I tend to make to anybody who subs or resubs to the channel. You have one regular square that you can get from just resubbing, and one of the options on the sub wheel is to get another Subsquare, so the most you can get per month is 2. Also, kind of fitting I'm working on the purple. No one is shocked. I figured I had it in that plastic bag. Also, I'm kind of half wondering if I should discontinue bit squares as a thing, because sometimes it's kind of hard to, you know, keep up with both of these. Like, I have not counted in months the bit squares, so that's the thing. Alright. Nope, no, we're not doing that. There we go. Come on. Okay, at this rate, I think maybe I can get both of these out of there. But yep, this is yours actually, so that's good timing. So I'll probably finish one because I have 2 of them that have, for you that say that say Grape Swirl. Well, one says Grape Swirl, one says Grape Swirl or purple in general. Yeah, I want to at least get a couple of these done today. Which, let me see. I think the more recent one should be up front here. Although I have to go paging back and forth between like a couple of pages. Yeah. That one from just the other day. And the one from, like, I wager probably last month. Eh. Okay, why are we doing this? I very much don't need you spitting on me. Thank you very much. Also, anything exciting happening in your D&D today? If you have any such knowledge. Alright, and... Also, unless you say so, I usually forget that today is like your D&D day. Return to the city after trying to fight some pirates. Like a boo! Also, pirates! What kind of setting are we talking about here? You only play every other set. Okay. That makes sense. Oops. How about we don't do that? Fantasy Old Town. Nice. Come on. You can do it. Not really a time period, but no machines. Still using... Okay. Yeah, I figured pirates. It was probably more, old-timey-ish in that sort of technological advancement. We're gonna... Ah! Sounds very interesting, and... somewhat almost there. Oh, also, on the keychains, if you want them, Devi Cat is planning another shop reopening on her Ko-fi page for next month. Given all the keychains sold out, as you can probably tell, in like 2 days. It was insane. I forget, I know the console one's coming back. I'm not sure which other one is coming back. I think it's gonna be 3 different ones again, but they're gonna be more in number, given the popularity of the last batch. Which also, getting to that, makes me kind of contemplate maybe possibly having some, like, acrylic pins, possibly? Speaking of Devcat, hi! How are you doing? I was showing these off earlier. Which, by the way, finding the little plastic covering was a tiny bit hard, but I managed to find it. You kind of have to, like, lean this a certain way to see the plastic to peel it off. But yeah, I was showing these off, and these are so cute. This one is probably my favorite. I will tell you that right now. Which, Devicat, do you have a link to your Ko-fi? Which, although, actually, I think I could probably grab it. Since I was on there on here. Let's see. Devicat. If I hopefully... No. How about if I spell it with an actual D? That'd be great. Oh, for fuck's sake. Also, hi, how are you doing, and how is your Saturday going so far? There it is. That took me way too long. Oh, that works too. But yeah, that's Debbie Cat's Ko-fi if you want. The shop is currently not open. But she will be opening again in... I believe like the second or third week of August, if I am not mistaken, on the men. Yay! I am glad. He's eating a lot more. Yes. I am glad he is improving. I guess he just needed to, you know, take a little time to recuperate. We're aiming for, okay, I couldn't remember the date, but I remembered it was either the second or third week of next month. Yeah, it was like, I remember seeing that thing and I was just like, whoa, 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 what's happening? But given that's like, seems to be a reoccurring thing with him, that is just a thing. Thank you. Of course, they are too cute. Also, I saw you were posting them other places, so I was like, let me talk about them. Because I probably will anyway. Not bad. Not been up to terribly much. I mean, other than the fact that there is, you know, not live animal hanging out in front of, not the house, but, you know, the road, or in a one-way street, and it's like, you know, right in front of our patch of sidewalk. There is not living thing hanging out there. I suspect a raccoon based on what I saw of it. Because I had to go grab some groceries from the car across the street. So that's been fun. Been there since yesterday. So, kind of waiting on the city to take care of that. Also, Jane, here's a Subsquare. I hope you enjoy it. One of them, anyway. Oh, yeah. Pretty sure it's a raccoon. Based on what I saw of it. Not getting close because, you know... Don't know if they had rabies or anything of that sort because, you know, rabies is not fun. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's been hanging out there. And my mom's been bugging, you know, the local... people are supposed to take care of that sort of thing to be like, hi, can you come and get this thing? Like, you know, you're supposed to. So I guess it's gotta stick around until that happens. But it's not exactly appealing to look out your living room window and just see that. Because, you know, nobody can park there. At least it's not, you know, in the worst place possible, like, you know, on the sidewalk. But still, ugh. But yes, other than that creepy bit, not terribly much. Finished a tiny sock, which... I think because you'd liked my post on Twitter here. Yeah, Tiny Sock, which I finished this earlier, started the next one. Yep, Tiny Sock. This size is for about 1 to 3 months old. So we have this done. Second stock started. I might work on it later. We will see. No guarantees. Because I do want to eventually play some, if not some Stardew, some other video games that I have on my Switch. Yeah, it's just like, it's not that size, and it's like, yes, it is that size. But I'm probably gonna make another pair in a different color. I have a bunch of sock yarn, and then possibly make a little donut toy thing, which, do I have a donut keychain to show as a example? I think I do. Where I have my unstuffed one. Yeah. Something like this minus the keychain. Minus the keychain bit to like put in there. I remember you mentioning that. I play a little bit more on the Switch just because, you know, I don't have to turn on my laptop to do it. Although, I have not played on my laptop in a little while either. Yeah, this one's for the shop. I'm probably gonna make it blue. I'm pretty sure I have a bit of light blue hanging out in here that I could use for that. Which I don't have terribly much of it. Yeah, this. This for the top color. Plus, it's nice to... Yeah. I actually don't mind playing Stardew with the keys, but it's like, yeah, a little bit easier. Although, on the PC, playing with a controller, which I do have a controller I can plug in here, it feels weird. Thank you for the host. What was I about to say? Speaking of computer, one of my ports is being weird. I don't know why. I was literally setting up yesterday and I tried to plug it in there and I was just like, why is this port being weird? Don't know why. I think it's just broken and it's very much annoying me. Also, let me actually talk while I'm doing this. Also, I feel like I talk about Debbie Cat quite a bit from time to time here, but if you don't know, Debbie Cat is a lovely chill time streamer who does art full time here, which you can definitely check her out right there at that link. Used to do morning streams, but it's more afternoon now, but you could always check out the VODs. But definitely fun to hang out with. I lurk there a lot. Which I was showing everybody how many stickers I have from you that I need to put somewhere. I have 10 now. Because literally the moon one you sent me, I have it. I have one sticking on my laptop, so I'm not sure where the other one's gonna go. But I will probably find a place for them. The ultimate of... Yes. Yes. 10. I kid you not. It was 12 before I stuck those two on my laptop. See? This one. Because I had won a lot of Devi mail lately, so it was basically sticker, 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 sticker. Which I do enjoy that cake. This one. This one. This one, and this one, which I love this one a lot. That popsicle one kind of makes me want to draw food stuff. Yeah, go for it. Let's shove that there. Yeah, that moon one would actually be really, really cute as a sticker. I hadn't thought about that, but... yeah, that definitely would work as a sticker. Yeah, I remember you were working on the popsicles. Those are actually really, really nice. Alright, Also, I should check off the ones that I did. So if you wonder what I'm up to, I am doing Subsquares, which are basically just me doing granny squares, and I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me, my allergies have been weird as of lately, so trying to avoid sneezing. Let's see. So that's this one. Yep. Because while I was in Florida, I could not, do the squares. What is Subsquares? Yes. But I don't think I'd be able to send brownies everywhere in the world. Is the only problem. Which down the line, I'm half considering maybe switching these to something else. I'm not sure. For now, I'm going to leave it like this, since these are pretty easy to do. But maybe, just maybe, I might do something else with these. Because when they stack up, it's like, oh my god, I have like 20 odd to do, which I have, I think last I checked, about 34. So I got some resubs, so about 34. Which I might see about 30. Yeah, like I said, when I was not here, in Florida for like 3 months, they stack up since I don't get a ton of subs, but given I get certainly a good number of reoccurring subs enough. One of these is about, if I'm not sitting here talking, like 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Since these are not huge. So if I just sat here and did these during an entire stream, I could do about 9 per stream. Yeah. So it's not like, it's gonna take me forever to do these. It's just more of, I don't like being behind and having a huge backlog. Is my main thing. But it'll be fine. I have like slightly smaller ones that I do for like every 200 bits. But I think I might discontinue those just because those have been like on a backlog for a while. I'm so busy. I mean, I'll probably keep the ones that I have, but like leave it as like, hey, I appreciate you for doing this thing. I just don't have the bandwidth to do all of that. But yeah, having backlog makes me feel like I'm not getting stuff done. Or it's over. Yeah, because it's just like, you kind of underestimate how much of a thing something can be, like when you start out and it's like 1 or 2 people, it's like, I could do that, and then it's just like, it grows, and then you're like, I underestimated how much work this was gonna be. That's true. Girl member, not sure if you know her, she does crafty streams too, in the morning. She has a thing like that. Yeah. I would just need to get some stickers. Okay, I was wondering if I did it wrong for a second. It especially helps given I write things down in this book, which no one's surprised it's purple. Absolutely no one. I got this from the dollar store. So I can keep track of subs and stuff. So it definitely wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I have some glitter pens that would work. I think I have like 6 colors of glitter pens. So that certainly would be a good idea. Also, I was about to do the wrong thing. Let's try that again. Yep. Although you have to wait for a second for them to dry because I've had them smudge. Like, I've written my name in my small sketchbook. You put my signature in there and then it's just like, you know, it's a tiny bit of smudging if you don't let it dry for long enough. It's not terrible. Yeah. I do like them. Also something I got from the dollar store. Also, I was just chatting with everybody, which, by the way, your keychains are making me think of possibly doing some acrylic pins, maybe? I know that's a thing, what's its face? Not Redbubble. My brain is blanking. There you go, Sticker Mule. That's like a thing I could do from like time to time, since I know 10 of them are not terribly expensive. Just so I could see what they look like and go from there. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I figured, because pins are a little bit smaller than the keychains, which you were not kidding when you said they were big. I was like, they're not that big. Also, by the way, the fact that you, hand-wrapped each one of these in, like, tissue paper was very, very cute and very, very lovely touch to them. They are perfectly fine, not a scratch on them. Which I hadn't realized you were going to hand wrap them, although I think you had said that during your stream, so I shouldn't have been surprised. Yeah, that is a thing I try to work on. This packaging is certainly part of the presentation that makes people want to come back. Although my only annoyance is that the people who did the sending out of the mail, well, rather the mail person who delivered the mail, it was sitting on the goddamn porch. It was like, you could have put it in the mailbox. I'm pretty sure it would have been fine. Also, just to know, I think that makes like 13 business cards I have from you, by the way, too. Like, yeah, luckily I heard the gate slam and I was like, I should probably check if that's there. But thankfully, you know, it's a pink package, no one would really step on it. Yeah, it's hilarious. I was like, I've had them like tucked here on the shelf and I was like, let me go and look and see how many of these I have. It's crazy. They add up. Which also, I cannot wait until I'm done my current business cards. I've had these for years, just because I don't send a ton of stuff out. And then I can finally make some new business cards. Just because A, The information is partially incorrect now, and also I honestly want a change in the color, which the colors are fine, it's just more of I just want to change. And I obviously don't want to buy new business cards if I still have old business cards, because that feels like a waste. That's true. Ooh. That'd be one of those things I have to sit there and decide on. There would probably be purple involved, of course. But I have to figure out, you know, what it would look like. Also, I'd probably want the rounded corners, because rounded corners, I really do enjoy rounded corners or business cards. It makes it feel a little less... what's the word? Stiff and formal? And if... yeah. It is indeed the hardest to print. Because CMKY... no, CMYK, there we go. Takes a good chunk of purple shades to be very weird. Agreed. Also, Jade, if you're still here, here's your other Subsquare, so that means I have 2 Subsquares done. Want my next one? Yep! Go ahead, and once I look at that, I'm probably gonna take my second break because, I just realized this past the 2-hour mark, and I try to take a break every hour so my body does not hate me. Plus, so I can get up and stretch. Alright, so that's another one. Okay, I have one with brights. I have a couple of bright stripe. Yeah, I can get one of these. Let me see, I should have it here. I think this is bright stripe, if I'm not mistaken. I want to go and make sure I have the right color. Alright, and let's see. Google. No, it's not. Google Drive. Although, have I used Google Drive since I've used this laptop? I don't think so. I'm gonna have to go and find that, I think. I'm looking for the chart thing that I have Subsquares. Also, this means I am out of grape swirl, because as you can see, it's like almost nothing. So, yeah. I think that makes me out of that, although I think I have a little bit left hanging out somewhere, so I might have enough for maybe a square or 2, possibly. Where is it? Subsquare color choices. Let's see. Okay, this is bright stripe. I knew neon was the one with the black in there. Okay. They don't have the labels in front of me anymore. So I want to just see what that looks like. Awesome! Okay, let's see what this looks like. No worries. Oh! Yeah, it's definitely a little bit different, but it's very cute. But yeah, I get it. What is that? Yeah, it's the paint app. Those are cute. I think you took out the blue and replaced it with purple, I think. Up top. I know I have some of the business cards where it's like the pink and blue rather than pink and purple. But I do love these. Just lavender, yeah. To match my... that makes complete sense. And let's... there we go. I love it saying I'm gonna take a break and my brain's like, let's just keep continuing crocheting squares. You know? Once I get into a mode, I just keep going and it's like, you know, stop and do other things. Alright, let me please do this a little bit. Yeah, I'll definitely be able to finish this one. Let's keep going. Yo, I really do need a stretch. I could kind of, like, feel the beginnings of my neck being like, don't do the thing. Because sometimes if I hunch too forward enough, back of my neck, like, back here is like, I don't like you. So I've learned better, because if I try to muscle through it, it just gets worse to the point that it's like trying to do that. Yep, and that is why, part of why I added channel points, because it's just like, I need to be reminded of things. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go take my break, get up and stretch for like 5-10 minutes and come back and then do probably another, if not, yeah, 1 or 2 of these Subsquares. It should be about that. I might be able to get a 3rd one done because I could probably hang and do a wee bit of overtime. But I'm not really pressed for time today to do anything else, although I think we have laundry. Thank you! If I don't see you before your stream, have a great rest of your afternoon. I'll be back in 5-10 minutes. There it is. If it wasn't showing up on the screen, I'm like, the thing is on. Yes, I am back to make a 3rd Subsquare. This one, who would be for? Let me double check. I know there's like a couple people want Bright Stripe, if I am not mistaken. Who's the first person to ask for Bright Stripe? But it's not marked off for. Okay. Shenanigans! Well, shenanigans, rather. Make the Subsquare for you, because you're the first person with Bright Stripe here that I need to get taken care of, so sounds like a plan to me. Ooh. Also, very unrelated, but do any of you read or have read any of the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett? I've only read one of the books, which I'm thinking of going back to, because this book was a gift, not physical book, but digital copy of a book. The Guards one? Which I remember liking it, but it's more of the fact that I don't have a bit more of the, world context. Which is probably what's preventing me from fully getting into it. I do enjoy it from what I remember. I think I might go and reread that book at some point. Maybe even starting this weekend. But yeah, it's been a while since I first read the book, so I am certainly working on the details. But I know in general, this world has like basically a couple of series. Kind of like meshed in there, so it's like, you know, one set of books for this world, and then another set for another world, and then so on and so forth. Which I do want to see about getting the books that are involved with the guards one. Just to see how I go. Also, I might have to, yeah, I'll probably have to adjust the camera a little bit because these colors are pretty bright and the camera tends to freak out. Or tends to be at least a little bit perplexed about these brighter colors. So I might turn down the gain just a small amount and then maybe a little less saturation might help. Just a little less saturation, not terribly much. But just enough that the camera's not, like, completely freaked out about this. Well, if not the saturation, maybe the white balance. Although if I put it more in the blue, it's gonna look weird, I think. Yeah, it's gonna look weird, no matter where I put it, so... yeah, it's probably best I put the saturation down just a little bit. Help things out. Which, by the way, this looks yellow on camera. It is green. It is highlighter green. I promise you. Just the camera is just like, but, why? Although, again, these are not the best cameras for color accuracy anyway, so... eh? Although it's not like I'm anywhere near be able to avoid the price point of a camera that can, so... you work with what you have. Okay, now we're getting into actual yellow. Also, why am I chaining? I don't chain. Well, I don't plan on chaining here, rather. I can if I wanted to. Okay, how does it feel about... well, I turned down saturation. But it probably would freak out the orange anyway. Alright, so I'm almost done with the second round, so it will be one more round and then I am done with this square. Also, this orange kind of reminds me of Cheetos a little bit. Which, that thought kind of makes me hungry. I should have probably had something to snack on during the break. Oh well. I'll probably grab some cashews when I'm done. Or something. Cashews are probably the best idea. Also, let me move up a little bit. Also, get the mouse out of frame, so it's not that bad. Although, let's move that away from there so I don't accidentally close the screen. Because that's always annoying. I wonder if I should try with the sparkly black for the next one, just because that would be fun, although also that would be torture because sparkly black. Although it's more of the black part rather than sparkly. Better I'd be able to find the red heather. Oop. There we are. Oop. There we are. And we are almost there. Wow, I thought we were gonna at least get to the fuchsia hanging out here. But apparently not. We're stuck in Cheeto Orange. Alright, and Shannon, enjoy your Subsquare. Color is slightly off, but rest assured this is obnoxiously green. And these are very bright colors. Alright, so that is square number 3. What we have done for today. And then let me go see if I can grab another color. No, this is like gold. That's what this is what I was using for the pumpkin keychains, which I have hanging out in the shop. Also, let me check. I swear somebody has white. Let me double check before I get up. I think someone has white as their color for a Subsquare. Let me double check. I could be easily mistaken. Okay, sparkly black. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, there was no white. I was just mistaken. Awesome. Why double check things? Also, go find newspaper or see if I can find red. I might be able to find the red a little bit easier. I'll be right back, and I'll leave this as is. Okay, sorry, that took me a second. I found the red. I had found the sparkly black first, but it was kind of stuck in something, so I will probably poke about that later. Yeah, let's... I think Jane asked for that. Yep, Red Heather for the bonus square. Either bonus or... Although it's not marked off as bonus, so... I think it might be another color option if, you know, I don't have the amethyst. Is the question. Okay, yeah, I've already marked it off, so yeah, I think that just might have been if I don't have the amethyst purple. Alright, so... let's see about finding the end in this, because I have not used this one. And this is Lion Brand yarn. I didn't buy this yarn. I got this yarn. My mom had gotten it from somewhere. And I was just like, oh, okay. Honestly, genuinely surprised that she got me any yarn. And crap. Okay, those are fine. Alright, why is it whenever I try to undo a thing, it always ends up in yarn barf? Why? What did I do to deserve this, man? Okay, somewhere in the smaller bit is this, so I think I might try winding this into a cake. But I think I'm gonna go grab my ball winder once I find where this end is. There it is. Then I will start winding. There we are. Alright, there we go. So... Which is still going strong even though I have, what's its face? That bit of hand spun that I got caught in here. It is still going perfectly fine. Which I very much did not expect. Yeah, let me just hold that up here. Makes life a lot easier. Let me. Come on. Why? Thank you. I very much do not need you to knot up on me. Which, once these colors go, eventually, which I mean this and the other one, which I think I'll probably get maybe 4 or 5 squares out of those before I run out of yarn, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do to replace those colors. I had gotten them off of Amazon before, you know, everything imploded last year. Like, officially imploded. Because I remember it was early February, too, and I managed to get them $2 each, so... It was pretty close to being about the same compared to if I went into Michael's and bought the yarn there. That's like the only nearby yarn place I personally know of. Although I think we probably have, at least I hope we would have, some local yarn shops around. I'm not entirely sure. Getting there. Once it's really depleted, it's gonna get weird. Although, hopefully I can get all this onto the... here without it being an issue. Yeah, it's gonna get close. Or I might have to start winding it by hand. There's a limit to how much this thing can take. Almost there. Come on. Please. Please. Able to hold on. Just long enough. Okay, we did! Woohoo! I have to fully cake one of these, which that is good to know for future reference. Alright. And there. Oh, that comes a bit brighter red, although it's actually not even... Is it? Yeah, I should probably leave it alone. I was gonna turn it back to the proper color, but it's already bright as it is, and it's not even fully saturated, although it's a little bit darker than what's on camera. But it's a nice kind of rosish color. Also, whatever they put on here to anti-pill it, you can kind of feel a little bit of residue. Not as bad as, like, say, Karen's Simply Soft, but you can kind of feel it. Okay, based on what time it is right now, I am probably gonna go a wee bit overtime just to finish this square. Also, and I feel like I'm about to sneeze again. Excuse me, sorry about that. But at least I caught it. I'd rather not kill the headphone wearing people's ears. This might be a little bit thinner than Red Heart, I believe. Although Red Heart thickness can be a little bit dubious, depending on the color, which can be annoying if you're gonna use Red Heart for something like, say, a blanket. Because the sizing will be off. Let's see. Medium. Okay, yeah. It says a 5mm for each, which Red Heart also recommends it, but you can use, in most cases, comfortably up to a size 10 needle or a 6mm for Red Heart and not really get any holiness. The recommended size is not the mandated size to use for things. That tends to be like what kind of thickness you want to your fabric as an end product. Typically, you want it a little bit lacier or looser or more drapey, you can usually go up a size or two, which is what I prefer for stuff like, say, hats or things of that nature. Let's see. Whoops, come on. And also, let me double check. I suspect gonna refresh, and I think they're... Yep, okay, that's what I thought. There we go. Also, how about I actually go back to my screen? That'd be great. I had a tab open for a stream, which I realized at the time I was like, the stream is probably over, so let me actually close that. So let me actually compare. I think it's about close to, if not about the same thickness. Okay, it's close enough. It should work perfectly fine. But we'll see once I get done with these 3 rounds on this square and see how that works out. Da, 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 da. Come on. Two. Oops, no, that is not what I need. I do not need a half double, I need a double crochet. Thank you very much. Alright, and we are almost done with round 2 here. And 2. What? I have nothing to give you here. Not mind me, I was just talking to my brother who was hanging out in the doorway, looking around. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, also, if I wonder how to frame, that is my bad. That is a thing. Especially when I'm crocheting, just because I tend to not rest my arm on surface I have in front of you, mainly because it is not a desk. So I can't do that. Oh, what did I do? I was thinking this was a... Okay. That was my bad. Thought I was on a solid side, not regular, like, granny square side. Oops. Great if I would stop doing that. Alright, and... now I'm on a solid side. Alright. Also, yeah, this actually might be a little bit... yeah, just a little bit on the small side. Maybe, in comparison to this square. It's gonna be a tiny bit small. That depends on how the rest of this works up. We will see. Oops. Almost there. So one more side left. I would no stop. Not pulling through all the stitches. That would be great. Oh, I know what this one is. Wheelless Studios, thank you for the follow. How are you doing, and how is your Saturday going? Hope all is well. Presuming it's still Saturday. For you. I'm just here working on Subsquares, which is a small little perk I tend to do for... Thank you. Yeah, this is a little perk that I do for anybody who subs or resubs to the channel. Which I have a little bit of a backlog. I didn't have the yarn stash to do this a couple of months ago. Well, rather, more like I didn't have access to my yarn stash for a couple of months, so I couldn't do it, so there's a little bit of a backlog. But given I can usually make about 3 of these in an hour, I hopefully should be able to work through this in like the next week or so. Bitch. Okay. How do I feel? Yeah, that's still, it's a tiny bit small, but not like anything drastically small. But thank you. I actually learned to crochet first before I learned knitting, so it's kind of amusing. Alright, so Jane, I hope you enjoy your Subsquare. I realize I unintentionally made 3 Subsquares for you today. Which is amusing. Alright, although I know you're not here, you're playing your D&D, which I hope you're having a good time. Let's see. I know I'm pretty sure no one else wants this red heather color for a Subsquare currently, that I know of. So, I'm gonna probably put this back. Hold on. Let me mute the mic for a second, but also, quickly, do you happen to do any crafting stuff yourself, or do you like watching other people do the crafty things? There we go. Was hearing some noise outside my door, so I just closed the door, and hopefully can be dealt with. Alright. I'm probably not gonna be here for terribly much longer, so I'm probably just gonna do a little bit more sock ribbing, since I don't want to just leave as soon as you came and spoke up in chat. Also, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yep, because if that already has yarn, that means I should be going the other way around. Or rather, I could just flip it this way. That helps. And let's get that tail end poking out so I can see which side is which. So other than Subsquares, I was working on this pair of baby socks, which I finished the first sock. Tinsley, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good Saturday as well. Again, I am not going to be on terribly much longer, but welcome. I hope you have a good time here. Also, for anybody new hanging out here, potentially lurking, hi, Sarita, variety caster of way too many things. Those things usually involve knitting, right, which is what I'm doing right now, crocheting, what I was just doing before, spinning, weaving, chainmail, digital traditional art, sometimes games, usually Stardew Valley, but I have a bunch of other options. Not bad. Getting some stuff done. Which I do have a bunch of stuff to, well, not a bunch, but one or two things I want to get done and shipped out and so forth, so that's a thing. But it just feels like a slightly lengthy for me to-do list. I don't like having backlog, which I was mentioning earlier. Also, do you happen to do any crafts? You totally do not have to answer if you do not want to. You can totally hang out here and just enjoy the chill vibes. Which some people like to do while working on stuff of their own. Or having me as a nice background, which I certainly do appreciate. I started to... Great! That's how I learned too. I actually did crochet for about a year, and then learned to knit afterwards. Which stuff like socks, it's been about 4 years now since I've been knitting socks. Oh wow! That is awesome. Even though I started to do crochet first, I definitely have a little bit more versatility in knitting. I mean, I still have stuff to learn, but yeah. Definitely a little bit more versed in knitting stuff rather than crochet stuff. In my opinion. What kind of stuff do you happen to crochet, if you do not mind me asking? Oop, come on. Thank you. The fourth, oh my gosh, that is quite the undertaking, because that scarf is ridiculously long. Like a good, what is it, 16 to 20 feet long, if I am not mistaken. I know the scarf doesn't stay the same length throughout his run. Crocheting 120. Jeez. That is a lot of roses. I've done that flower thing, which I do enjoy those flowers. They're very cute. Also, yeah, I thought so. I saw a thing on it before. I know it's quite lengthy, because I remember the story about the lady who got commissioned to do said scarf, got given a whole bunch of yarn, basically wool yarn, I'm pretty sure. And basically used up pretty much all of it on the scarf. And it's like, given how iconic it is now, it's like, honestly wouldn't think of him having anything else. Druid, and thought Rose, yeah, that actually would work really, really well. That is a really fun idea. We're gonna do 10 more so we can be halfway. Nice! You can do it! But dear goodness, that is a lot. Are these like small, or are these like, say... Well, actually no, this is not even small. Are they like small, or like... a good size rose. I imagine they're like a good size if you want them on a costume. But no matter what, doing 120 of those is a lot of work. Okay, thread yarn. Okay, they're tiny. Although 1.5 inches across is like 1.5 thumbs. So, not tiny, but certainly not the hugest, but still, that is a lot of work. Also, given its thread yarn, that's a tiny hook that you are using. You have very much my respect. One point, yeah, I figured it was around that. One of those metal hooks. That's usually about the size where they start going into the steel hooks of the non-colorful variety. Which I think I have one of those in that size. Well, the smallest I personally have, and that's just for like, you know, putting beads on projects, is a 0.60 millimeter. And again, just for beading. I have not used that in a project. Ah. Yeah. I have not really wandered in the thread yarn, but that stuff, I've seen it, and it is very much something to acclimate to. It's almost like, yeah, because it's a lot smaller. Also, if you're learning if you're learning to knit, it is certainly a good idea to possibly consider doing continental if you happen to hold your yarn in your left hand, like so. The continental style is usually a bit easier to get a hang of compared to, like, say, English style, because English style, knitting-wise, you would have to hold the hard yarn in this hand, which, for me, is very, very, very awkward, just because I am so used to doing it from this side. But again, that's not a guarantee, but that's a more likely. Even though I know someone who knits English style and learned to crochet first. So definitely you might want to look at continental style and see how that works out for you. Not that that's the only style you can knit in either, so that is certainly a thing. I think this is my last round of rib for the second sock hanging out here. I think I'll just have to compare to the other sock once I'm done with this round. And then probably, I think I might, yeah, we're almost like 3 hours and 15 minutes in. So I think I might end, if this is about where I start the stockinette around the leg of the sock here. But I do want to certainly host somebody, because I think I have, let me double check, but I'm pretty sure I have a good chunk of people hanging out here. I figure at least let them hang out. Another lovely person stream. And Microsoft, can you please get off of my screen so I can see what the heck that word says? With you two. Yeah, I wanted to give you a little bit of time because normally I would have ended 12 minutes ago. Because I'm usually about 3 hours, but I do go overtime sometimes, so it's a thing. Let me go and check and see who is hanging out here on Twitch. At this point in time, There's not terribly much in the way of crafty people. But there should be a few. Let me see. Let's see if yours can doing the Stardews. A lot of art people. Oh, the cute jeweler is on. Okay, Snyder is on too. I knew I saw him on. But someone who was hanging out here earlier, Golga, G-O underscore O-L-G-A, was here earlier. Professionally does teddy bears and stuff, so I think I want to go check her out. But I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Debbie Cat, thank you for your host. Golga, thank you for your follow. Jane, thank you technically again for your resub. Wheelus Studios, thank you for your follow as well. And Sindley, thank you for your follow as well. I will be back again Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday at the usual time. Let me go and open up her page and make sure that I have it. Because I'm pretty sure I am following. Well, yeah. If she's on my thing, of course I'm following her. That makes sense. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will hopefully see you guys again soon. I'm going to have the Be Right Back screen on for a second, and then I will do the host. And, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me even for a little while. You guys have been wonderful, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!